looking for ways to make my bedroom cozier, and I think it's time to try a little bit of patchworking and quilting. And guess how lucky I was when Mrs. Quilty sent me 2 of their quilting subscription boxes to try out. So let's see what comes out of this. Hi everyone, my name is Nuria, and in this channel we do a lot of crafts and we focus mostly on drafting and sewing because I want to motivate you to make your wardrobe. But today we're doing the core. As I said, Mrs. Quilty sent me 2 of their boxes. This is box number 1, and this is a subscription-based box that they send you every month. And when you subscribe, you always start with the first box, so every quilter gets exactly the same experience. These boxes are great for beginners and also experienced quilters because in every box you're going to learn new skills. And this is box number 1, so let's see what's in it. Look at this! Quilt Love Love. The boxes are normally the same. You always get the magazine, then you get 12 different samples of 100% cotton fabric, and if you're really bad at putting colors together, like me, Nuria, it's very good for you because they work with designers and they put these colors together and they're unique, so you're not going to find them anywhere else. Actually, let's try if this is 100% cotton. 100%. Have you ever done the test of the fire? Let's hope I don't burn the house. Shouldn't be doing this here. Safety first. See, it burns. It burns, this means it's cotton. Now we know for sure. They encourage you to use these fabrics that they send to you and to use the projects that are in the magazine. The magazine comes with 4 different projects and you should have fabric for at least 3 of them. That's what I read. We're going to try. And then the box, we're missing one thing, is it always comes with a little present with things that you're going to need if you want to become a quilter. And in this box we have some needles and my favorite, a quilter's ruler. I've been wanting this for the longest time. It's so amazing, so amazing. I'm going to tell you what tools you need to be a quilter, but for now, let me charge the camera. So, I have another box. We're gonna start with this box. I'm going to try and make one of the projects and I'm gonna start from easy to most difficult. And we're gonna see what we do because you know that I don't follow a path. I always get distracted and I end up doing things that I want to do. So let's start with this project and we move from there. By the way, the first project I'm going to be doing is this lovely thing here. It's a color pot holder because they say these colors are very good for your kitchen, which I actually agree. I like blue. I forgot to tell you the most important thing. If you want to do this journey with me and learn how to quilt together, they gave me a discount code for your first subscription box, which is this one that I just showed you, and it's Nuria20. You can find the link on the description down below. So the magazine tells you what are the top 10 quilting tools, and you don't need to have this, just so you know, but I happen to have some of them. So let's get into what we need. Rotary cutter, quilting ruler that comes with the box, cutting mat. I actually have another one. I have these 2, bigger and smaller, scissors, pins and pin cushion, seam ripper, an ironing board. Always needs an iron, of course, and this one is one of the most important tools because you always have to press the seams flat. Some thread. I have a lot of different colors depending on which project I'm working on. Then an erasable marker that of course I always lose. Here it is. Mine are erasable with heat. So these are my favorite ones. I don't like the ones that are erasable with water. And finally, quilting needles that I actually don't have. I don't know if that means that they are normal needles or what. But if you don't have all these tools, don't worry because you have QR codes in the magazine where you can buy these ones or you can wait for the box to give you some of these tools. Okay, so without further ado, let's start with the first block. As you can see here, I've done one already to see how it works and if I know how to do it. So now I can show you how I did it. The first thing I did is the setup of the block of how I want it, and I have all the squares separated. The next thing I like to do is get my squares, prepare all of them so I use the least amount of thread. And once I've sewn one of the blocks together, then I put the next one instead of stopping and starting again. And once you're done, you have a line with all the little blocks. And now you put them back into the order they belong to. You sew them again and you're gonna have your rows. Like this. Now the next step is going to press them really hard, because otherwise the seams are wobbly and we don't want that. And once all the seams are flat, you attach the rows together. Like this, and all the seams are flat. And now the next step is adding the batting. It's basically another layer that you add for fluffiness or for warmth, or depending on what you're looking for. So this one, for example, is to make pot holder. So if we only have this layer, it's going to be very hot and I won't be able to hold the pot for more than 1 second. So that's why we're going to add wadding. And I think there is one that is specific for the kitchen. I do not have that one because it doesn't come in the package, so this you have to have at home. Now you might be thinking, what wadding do I buy? I'm gonna tell you. There's of course different thicknesses, but to me the most important thing is there's one that you can iron and then it sticks to your fabric as if it was the normal lining that we use, or the one that you sew to the garment. I would not advise you to do this. It's just a pain to work with. And yeah, if you're a beginner, I would go for And now that we have this with the batting on the other side, you might think, oh, I can leave it like that. No, this is very ugly. So what you can do is get a piece of fabric, one of the ones they provide with. Although I would say if you have white cotton, just use that because it's easier. And because my wadding is not specific for insulation of any kind, I'm going to add another layer for this cotton side. And now we have both ones at the same step. So what we have left is the binding, which is the thing I hate the most. Sorry, I forgot a step. Now I have to sew in the ditch to attach both layers together. What it means is that I have to sew a straight line over the stitch line already. I do not like stitching the ditch because it never goes in the ditch. See, already not in the ditch. I have finished one and I have to say it's so cute. I love it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, but I do, I love it. Okay, one thing I want to say though is that I got extremely frustrated with the binding here because the bindings I've done in the past are not done like this. I don't know if that's because I make clothes or because I did it wrong. I don't know, but I have to say that I learned how to bind this and it's finished by hand. I don't know if you can see. Good morning, let's continue. So I folded this binding halfway and here also 1/4 of an inch in. Then I get my block and I put it somewhere here and I start sewing like an inch below this. I sew at 1/4 of an inch and when I reach 1/4 of an inch before the corner, I just pivot the block, I sew until the corner, then I fold the binding 90 degrees to one side and then to the other side. And from there, I continue sewing at 1/4 of an inch. And you do that for the whole block and it should look something like this. And then you just flip it. Then you'll have to sew it by hand on the other side. We're done, we have both. Now, this is the project that the book comes with. And now it's time for me to have fun. Next, I'm going to be making this block here. This is one of those times that I think it's going to take me 10 minutes to make a block, and it's gonna be a whole afternoon. I already know it. I'm done cutting all the pieces and I have 6 different blocks. I could do more, but I don't think I'm going to do the best because I did one of the blocks. Look at how pretty it looks. With this one, we have some friends that had a baby. So I think I'm just going to finish all these 5 blocks that I have left here. I'm going to put them together and make a little blanket. We made bread for the first time and I'm gonna be using these pot holders. Look! Okay, if you buy these, don't do like me and use polyester batting. Buy thermal protective or thermal whatever batting. But look at the bread! Is it good or not? I don't know. I have all the blocks attached to each other and I also layered it. So I have the main fabric, the batting and the lining, and now I just have to attach it together. But let's say my piecing is not crazy good because I'm a beginner, so I've never done quilting before, and as you can see I didn't match it in some of the places. I don't want to run a straight stitch with the machine because it's gonna be weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this off camera by hand. And now on camera, we're gonna open box number 3. And I've already looked into the projects that are here and the fabrics. I like these fabrics more than the blue ones. And I was thinking, I see there's this project in box number 3 and I think it's pretty difficult for me. I don't think I'm ready. I think I should go through all the other projects from box number 1 and box number 2. So I'm going to be doing this block, which is, I guess, the same size as those ones. And I'm gonna attach it to a t-shirt, to a white t-shirt. And I don't know, in my head it looks really good, so we're gonna do that and see how it looks like. And then I'll learn how to do another one of the blocks. I'm done with the block. I don't know, I think I cut them wrong and then the piecing is wrong. So the 4 edges and the middle were smaller than this one. So I don't know, I think I messed it up. And now my idea, converting this t-shirt into this. Let me attach it together and come back to you. And just like that, I completed 3 different projects. But remember that in these boxes, there are so many more projects and I have so much more fabric left. Look, like I made a whole blanket and I still have that I can play around with, that I can make bigger quilt, that I can combine these blocks with the next box's blocks. I think I unlocked a new hobby and this is not good for me because I'm gonna spend all my money. Let's remember we made these 2 pot holders and they're very, very cute. I'm actually really proud of them. I made this little blanket that I'm hand stitching at the moment, as you can see here. If you want to see the end product, you can follow me on Instagram. My handle is _NuriaMo and I'll post there the final blanket with the binding and everything, but making a blanket takes longer than what you would think. And finally, I think my favorite is the t-shirt with the block here. I think this is the cutest thing. It adds a little bit of personality to a simple white t-shirt. So I think I'm going to get a lot more wear out of this t-shirt and that makes me really happy. As for the box, I think it's really important that I say that this is not a kit box. This is a subscription box to learn all your skills one by one with every single box. So if you expect to have a kit with all the products here, this is not what that is. This is to improve your skills or learn new skills if you're a beginner like me. And again, if you want to get this subscription box, I have a code for you with 20% off, which is Nuria20, and you can get it if you follow the link on my description down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I motivated you a little bit to create something new, to start sewing, because that's what we do in this channel. We sew together, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!